It's going to be at least 5 more months until Starfield releases, and when you think about it, that can be a very long time, especially when you are excited for something. So today, I thought I would go over 5 RPGs you should play while you wait for Starfield, and some bonus ones at the end. I did try to pick some RPGs that I thought most people probably haven't played, so with that said, let's just get straight into it. Fallout 1, for those of you who don't know, is my all-time favourite Fallout game. I think the story is the best in the entire series, which sounds stupid when you consider that the entire story is just you trying to get a water chip for your vault. And look, I know a lot of you are going to be put off by the fact that this game is over 2 decades old at this point, but the game is free right now, so what's the harm in trying it? Fallout 1 will take a lot of getting used to, I'm not going to deny that, but the game is truly amazing and it's so fun to see how such an amazing series got started. I love the dark, bleak and gritty tone of the first Fallout game and I really enjoy how serious it can be at times. It's actually something that I think is missing from the modern Fallout games. So if you haven't played Fallout 1 yet, now is the time to go for it. Check out Fallout 2 while you're at it. Morrowind is an absolute classic, again a very old game but easily one of the best RPGs I've ever had the pleasure to play. Morrowind is a real classic RPG, which is what Bethesda are aiming for when it comes to Starfield, so you might as well jump in and get used to the classic hardcore RPG style of Morrowind. Morrowind is easily my second favourite Elder Scrolls game. I seriously couldn't recommend it enough. I absolutely love and adore this game and it has such a special place in my heart. I simply cannot say enough nice things about it. When Bethesda say that they are going back to their roots with Starfield, I hope that this is what they mean. So now is definitely the time to check out Morrowind if you haven't. Okay, so I know that this is a more popular one, but I still feel like this game is a great choice to play while you wait for Starfield. Now, I won't lie to you, I was massively disappointed in the Outer Worlds. I thought that the overall story was too short and very bland. I thought that the combat was sucky, no ship customization is just stupid. The blurry graphics was a really poor choice on Obsidian's behalf, no third person. Like, I had a lot of problems with the Outer Worlds itself, but overall I had a lot of fun with this game. And I only recommend it because I know a lot of people played this game and never touched the DLCs. Part of the reason being is because they came out so late. Well, the DLCs were super fun, I think actually better than the base game story itself, being able to fly to a couple of new places, explore, fight alien creatures, meet some amazing companions, all of the stuff we're hoping for in Starfield you can kind of get a good sense of in the Outer Worlds. So if you've never played it, or it's been a while since you touched it, now's the time for another playthrough. Outward is another great open world RPG. Now look, I won't lie to you, this game isn't anything to hype over, but it is fun as hell. It's super unique, especially for an RPG. It does a lot of things differently, if that makes any kind of sense. It's sort of difficult to explain. One thing that makes this game so great is its spell system. It's super in-depth, and can be a little overwhelming at first, but once you get the hang of it, it is so fun. Words cannot describe it, at least in my opinion. The world is beautiful, the characters are beautiful, it is so unique, so if you want something different, something unique, something you can easily lose hours of time in, Outward is the pick for you. The Ascent is one of those games I personally feel isn't talked about enough, a hardcore isometric action RPG in a cyberpunk style. This entire game was created by just 11 people, but don't let that discourage you, this game is awesome. You start off in the sewers and move up along the story into the higher up areas in the city. This game starts slow, but when it throws you in, it throws you in. The world is fun, the NPCs you meet are fun, character building is great, combat is really fun. I cannot recommend The Ascent enough, but I don't want to spoil this one too much, so just go and check it out for yourself. And hey, if none of those tickled your fancy, let me just throw some awesome RPGs at ya. Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Elex, the Wasteland series, Grim Dawn, the Mass Effect series, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Cyberpunk, which, if you haven't given a second chance, I think you should. I actually just made a video talking about this, which you can find on my channel. All great RPGs you should absolutely check out while you wait for Starfield. As I said, I tried to make this list be games that most folks haven't played, so if you have already played all of these, firstly, respect, and secondly, I apologise, but hey, you can can always replay them. Anyway, that is going to do it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please do drop it a like. It really does help out smaller channels like myself more than you can imagine. And hey, if you want to stay up to date on Starfield news, leaks, discussions, and plenty of other RPG related content, consider subscribing because we cover it all over here. With that said, thank you all for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.